Hey, so finally had some success with my Bronco with like lighting and mostly lighting and some new projects I'm working on. I'm so excited about this. Okay, guys, had a little success story here. So my friend came over and recommended me to do this. So in the previous video, I know you guys saw that I had the sucker zip tied to the Max. No, I did not do the 550 cord, although I did buy it because he suggested I do this. So we was originally gonna cut this off just so we could mount this thing, because like at first when we had the mount turned the correct way, which has like the little ridges, we it didn't fit. So like these like little wings here are in the way. So we decided to just turn around the other way and just screw them on tightly, and this thing doesn't even move. Like, the sucker is up here. It's not going anywhere. So what we ended up doing was we just like turned the mount in and then just like measured up where, you know, got the correct angle how I wanted it. Probably gonna tilt it down just a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just happy now I can actually finally adjust this thing to my liking. But what we did, like I said, we just made a hole on the extended mount so we can mount the original mount. So it's like a mount on a mount. I know, crazy, but heck, it works. Now I don't have to buy another bar. And as you're gonna see in this video, these lights are actually bright, like really, really bright. They may not be as bright as like the name brand ones, but these are, I think these were like T-Force. I think that's the brand of these lights. But no, it's not the same thing as this. Like, I'm not sure what this bracket came from. It's like HR. But I really like these mounts. They look pretty cool. I wish I could have gotten the bar to fit on this, but whatever's. I can use that for something else. There's no telling what I could put on that. Maybe just cut it off. I don't know. But more to follow with that. But yeah, so success story. I'm so happy that I don't have zip ties up here anymore. Like, it's been amazing. All right. So thanks to a really good friend of mine, he came by and did the wiring for my lights. And well, I'll let you see. The suckers are pretty bright. So those are the pod lights, and for the grand finale, big one. Big ass curved light. Look at that. It's crazy. One more time. Like, see that coming down the road? It's just insane. That is insane. That is an insane amount of light. Like, wow. Like, it's so bright that I can't even like get all that in. Like, even if I'm zooming out, like, it's just impossible to get a view of all that. But yeah, that's just bright. That is just super bright. There we go. Nice. So you have to be in a certain range of this thing. So say like about from here, probably a good, I'm terrible at guesstimating how many feet away from something, so I'm just gonna camera do it for you. That far away from the truck. And they work. But anything like further back, like if I take a few steps back, I think it just stops your bump. As you can see on the remote here. So this is the remote. Showed y'all in the previous video. So this is that little remote. But you have to be within that distance to get it to work. As you can see, as I move back to that sweet spot, I'm able to turn everything off. Pretty cool. And again, thanks to my homeboy here. He's amazing. Alright, so I was able to finally enable all go modes on this truck. I have the Outer Banks, and it originally came at like 6, I think. But just to show, they're all present. So normal, eco, sport, slippery, mud ruts, Baja, well, sand, skipped one. Oops. Then Baja, and then rock crawl. Like, it's gonna tell me to shift to neutral, but I'm not gonna do that. But it does turn on. Not sure if it does anything different, but it's cool that they're all there now. So I think I figured out why this constantly flaps a lot. It's like here. This is where like this wire that runs from like front to the back goes, and I'm noticing mine has a lot of slack, like a lot. Like this when it's closed. So when it's closed, it should be taut, very taut, but it's not. It's like super loose. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see about just getting this thing adjusted and just getting it tight. That way when it's closed, it'll be a lot better. I mean, probably can't tell, but as I'm pulling this, it comes back a good little bit. So I'm thinking this is why my back window like rattles. Like, I think when I'm driving down the road, especially when I have like the top open, even when it's closed all the way, this back window, like, I guess it's flopping up against this thing. But it's like a lot of tapping that's coming from this area of the truck. I'm gonna look at the other side. It's just like I said, when I'm doing this now, like you guys are seeing it live just like I am. So I'm trying to see, well, this other side is loose as well, but this side doesn't tap as loud as that other one. I don't know if it's like hitting like sunlight, sorry guys. I don't know if it's hitting like this bar here, creating a tap, or it's just like the window smacking against this, making a tapping noise. I'm gonna have to get somebody to ride with me one of these days and see if I can see if it's the window smacking this, is it the top smacking this part, or something else I've noticed. What the hell? Unlock door. Where are my keys? What the heck are my keys at? Yeah, my truck just had to lock itself. Oops. So, sorry, got sidetracked. And also, like, when I'm driving on the road, I notice this thing flops a lot too. So I don't know if it's tapping against this. So I'm gonna be trying a lot of things. Yeah, I know soft tops are supposed to be loud. There's not really much more you can do about it, but that tapping is driving me insane. I don't know if anybody else is having that. So I don't know if it's this. If it's this thing tapping up here, because that's like there's a lot of room up there for it to be tapping, or is it just the window smacking against this? If that's the case, I'm just gonna try to line this thing with something that I can put there where it's not gonna tap against. Like maybe put like the soft part of a Velcro there or something. Then I'll have to test that, see when I roll the top back, see what it like crunch up with the rest of the mechanism. But this is the outside bar, I believe, so I don't think it's gonna be hitting anything. But yeah, that's something I want to be testing out. I don't know. It's just driving me insane that it's like a lot of tapping going on. But like I said, it's 4 things I want to try out. So like I said, I know this video seems random. I babble a lot. Sorry, I ramble. So to recap, like I don't know if it's gonna be me tightening like this like I don't know what this thing's even made out of. Maybe metal. I don't know what this thing's made out of. But I don't know if it's tightening this up will stop the, like pull it tight. Like I said, putting something against this. Putting something against that bar that runs up here. So I'm just gonna be testing some things out just to see what's creating the noise. Okay, so just some updates, because I know I forgot to make all these videos. Like I said, I'm just now getting back to work and I just clearly forgot to make videos. But what I've done is it's kind of dark in here now, but if I turn these lights on, you'll be able to see that I now have these lights here. So in the previous video, you saw that I had them kind of like up there, but I've added in this like little sunshade. Yeah, this is another project. I'm trying to get it to where it's kind of tight, because it flops in the wind, especially back there. But that's gonna be for another video. So what I'm gonna be doing now is just showing all the stuff I've done. So these lights here, they do change colors, but I just keep them on white because I mean I have to like hit the little button here. So yeah, this thing from the other previous video, the Blazer system, it works. It's amazing. I don't know if AutoZone's gonna have any more of these in, but I did pick it up out of theirs, kind of like one of their like clearance sale things. So I'm not sure they're gonna have any more in, but it was pretty cool. Like it was a pretty easy install. I'm gonna show you that in a minute too. So if you excuse me, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background here. But yeah, this thing works. So I'm gonna show you in just a minute on like how this looks up under the hood. It's pretty cool. And like so I have this one set to these lights here, so when I hit them they just go off and go on. And luckily this remote can work from anywhere around the vehicle. It's pretty cool. Like you got some very good range on this remote control here. Okay, so this is the wireless system that I have for my auxiliary lights, as well as those interior lights you just seen. It's pretty straightforward. You just pretty much mount it in a little spot where it can reach the battery. Excuse me, it's got a little dusty today. My throat's kind of like ugh. And so what I did was for the interior lights, you see back here, I just ran it through this little plug here. It pretty much, I popped it out and I just ran the cable and I just pulled it back in and it's stayed shut, and I haven't had any issues. And this is like week 2 of me having it in there. But yeah, it's pretty cool how this works. So also what I did is, like I said, I should have videotaped this, but I have those cables coming through. You're not gonna be able to see this in the dark. Let me turn some light on here. There we go. So what I did was I have it running through there. You can see it's coming through, it's just coming down, and it's actually going up inside of here. And I bought a it's like a terminal connector to a USB port, because these lights up here, they're powered by USB. So I literally have all that just in here, and I kind of like it because it has a splitter in here as well. And if I want to like put something else, like make that look a little neater, like all my radar stuff and dash cam, I could possibly just run the cable this way and just have it connect here and just have everything behind here, because there's a lot of space behind this thing. Like between this and this, there's a lot of space. Like I was amazed how much space is behind this thing, and like I thought it wasn't gonna fit, but it does. It's amazing. Like in another video I'm gonna show you what it, well, I'm pretty sure there's like a there's like a diagram you can look at, but I'm gonna eventually take this off just so you guys can see what it looks like under here. But there's a lot of space back there for you to run wires and just have everything zip tied up and look nice where it's not running all around. And all I did was I just took those wires and ran them through, and then just pretty much, because like all these things just snap off, you know, like just take the visor off, and I just have the cable running straight down here, straight down, and until you just go straight out through there. And it's pretty cool. I like it. So something else I'm going to be working on is this little project here. So this is just my regular battery charger. Bought it off Amazon as well. A lot of my stuff comes from Amazon because Amazon is like the truth sometimes. But what I want to try with this one is I'm just going to start out small and see if it works. And if it does, I'm just going to upgrade to a bigger battery. But what I'm going to do now is just try to like continue to brighten up this cabin, because what I want to do is probably put a light either here somewhere, like along that thing, or probably like mount one here maybe. I don't know. It's just very dark back here because like this is your only light, and that thing is not bright at all at nighttime. So I really want something angled here that angles down. That way, even if I'm not using stuff back here, the bright light could possibly like brighten up the area in the back without having to use like, you know, like the truck's battery. I'm going to be using this battery. That way, you know, I can, if I want to go camping somewhere, I can just use this battery, have a bright light here, so I can pretty much shine down in the area that's behind me. So this is something else I'm going to be working on now. Like I said, more to come for this update. I'm just waiting for the battery to charge up now. Not sure what the emergency light means now. I think something just happened, so I'm gonna have to get back to that. But yeah, that's another project I'm working on. That's kind of like my dedicated tool kit holder. So yeah, more to come.